Plato said, thinking, the talking of the soul with itself, meaning thinking can also be seen, perceived, and understood from an entirely different angle altogether, because thinking does not necessarily refer to basically mental activity or activity of wisdom, mind, etc. But thinking must also be considered in a different light, and it should also be understood, comprehended, and described in a different manner entirely, because thinking sometimes can also refer to the soul and the heart. Thinking may also mean the soul communicating and conversing with itself without making us aware, or we may be aware or conscious regarding the activity of the soul talking with itself, and that is something that is thinking, or we call it thinking, in which the soul interacts, communicates, and converses with itself regarding its integrity, morality, character, quality, virtue, alongside its authenticity, individuality, and sovereignty. So our soul is only going to be able to talk with itself when we have still life, vigor, energy left within ourselves, and that means we basically have to be vigorous, juvenile, courageous, and lively at all points in time, so that our soul is equally healthy, productive, and good, and it remains always in the position to converse and communicate with itself regarding its advantage or disadvantage, upgrade or deterioration, and so on and so forth. And that means thinking also has different meanings and implications and significance about a self. Thinking is not always about, or it does not necessarily refer to mental activity, but it may also sometimes mean and concern the soul, in which the soul converses with itself regarding its quality, sovereignty, moderation, morality, maturity, experience, etc. The list just goes on, because the soul is the ultimate epitome and combination of all that we are, all that we have, and all that we are going to become or achieve in our lives. So we basically represent ourselves, our character, mentality, perception through our souls, and that's why the soul is indispensable, fundamental, and cornerstone in all of us, even though we don't pay much attention to it or to its presence, but we basically must try to acknowledge its presence and its communications and internal monologues that it has.